Jungkook and Jimin, two BTS members who are currently serving in the military, recently caught the attention of the army and the public when they were caught getting special permission from their military superiors to attend an invitation to an event held near their military camp. This moment is not only a rare moment but also very meaningful for these two idols and of course for fans who are always loyal to waiting for the latest news from them. The event, which was held not far from the military camp, was actually a small event attended by several local figures, but the presence of Jungkook and Jimin gave a big surprise that the audience did not expect. In an atmosphere full of togetherness and warmth, the two K-pop stars mingled with other guests, and indirectly, this moment became one of the events that was very immortalized by the fans. Although the event took place modestly, the impact was huge, especially for the army, who did not expect that they could see Jungkook and Jimin performing together in the middle of their military service. From the information collected, the event was a local celebration held to celebrate one of the famous public figures in the area. The guests who attended were mostly local residents, as well as some local officials. However, Jungkook and Jimin's arrival takes center stage. Shortly after the two arrived on set, fans began capturing the moment with their cell phone cameras, and it didn't take long for videos and photos of the two of them to spread on social media. One of the most memorable moments of the event was when Jungkook and Jimin spontaneously decided to perform on stage. Although the stage is small and simple, they show that their talent and energy never fade, even though they have not been on stage for a long time as BTS. The song they sing together brings back the nostalgia of their glory days in the music world, when they were still active together in BTS. The audience, including ARMY, who is lucky to be present at the event, seemed very enthusiastic and moved to watch these two idols sing with great feeling. It is not known exactly how they obtained permission from their superiors in the military, but what is clear, this moment shows that even though they are serving their military service, they can still take the time to participate in important events. Their presence also gives a new spirit for fans who missed their performances on stage. Although it was only for a short while, the moment meant a lot to Jungkook and Jimin, who seemed to really enjoy their time at the event. The warmth and enthusiasm of the fans and locals made the event one of the unforgettable moments, both for them and for the people in attendance. The two's melodious voices were beautiful, and even though they were just singing simply, without the grand stage setup they used to do when they were in BTS, the performance was mesmerizing. Several well-known personalities were also present at the event, although not too many were internationally known. Their presence in the middle of the event added to the intimate atmosphere among the attendees. One well-known figure in local circles gave a warm welcome to Jungkook and Jimin and thanked them for their presence at the event, despite their military service. The welcome was followed by a standing ovation from all those present, showing how much appreciation they have for these two stars on several occasions. Jungkook was seen talking to some of the guests, apparently engaging in a casual and friendly conversation. Although there are some fans who try to get close to talk directly to their idols, they still maintain ethics and boundaries, remembering that this is not a fan event as usual. Jimin, on the other hand, seemed more reserved, but still smiled at the audience who greeted him. For Jungkook, this moment may feel more personal. On several occasions in the past, Jungkook has often revealed that while he is very committed to serving in the military, there are times where he misses his old life as a member of BTS, being on stage and interacting with his fans. The short time he spent on the show may have felt worth it, given how rarely he had opportunities like this during his tenure. Meanwhile, the army on the scene couldn't hide their happiness. Some of them even cried tears of joy when they saw their two idols performing together, even if it was only for a few songs. They felt very lucky to witness this rare moment, and of course, this moment will always be remembered as one of the most special moments during Jungkook and Jimin's military service. Although the moment was so short, the event left a deep impression, both for Jungkook, Jimin, and everyone present. This is a clear proof that even though they are serving their duty as soldiers, they still have the opportunity to share special moments with their fans. It also shows how much support they get, not only from the fans, but also from their superiors in the military who allow them to attend this event. Their presence at the event also proves that their relationship with the fans remains strong, even though they are no longer active in the entertainment world for a while. For fans, this moment is a reminder that even though Jungkook and Jimin are serving in the military, they are still idols who are deeply loved and respected by many. At the end of the show, when Jungkook and Jimin have to return to their military camp, the atmosphere of Haru again envelopes. Fans who were still at the event gave their full support to the two, hoping that they would be able to serve the rest of their military service well. Jungkook, who is known for his friendly nature and closeness to his fans, gave a final wave of the hand before leaving, while Jimin smiled warmly at everyone present. The event was not only a special moment for Jungkook and Jimin, but also a reminder to everyone that even though they were on state duty, their relationship with the fans remained strong. The opportunity to perform together, even if only in a simple atmosphere, is something very valuable, both for them as idols and for the fans who miss their presence. With the end of this event, many hope that Jungkook and Jimin will continue to be given the opportunity to participate in similar events during their military service. Fans can't wait for the day when the two, along with the rest of BTS, get back together and give their best performance on a bigger stage. However, for now, this short but sweet moment is enough to make everyone feel happy and hopeful. As the show concluded, Jungkook and Jimin slowly returned to their lives in the military camp, but the brief moment they shared on the humble stage was still imprinted in the minds of the fans in attendance. Jungkook, with his trademark warm smile, remains encouraging to the army faithful awaiting news from him, even though he is now in a very different phase of his life as a K-pop idol. For many, this moment of togetherness seems to be a reminder that, despite serving in the military, the bond between BTS and its fans never fades, even in the distance that brief moment. Jungkook and Jimin showed that they still nurtured their love for music and the stage, while maintaining their identities as musicians despite the heavy military demands. Some sources say that despite appearing at the modest event, Jungkook and Jimin prepared with dedication. Just like on the big stages of BTS, they still give their best, even for small and informal events around the military camp. This further proves their professionalism, which not only appears in the context of the entertainment industry, but also in everyday life as citizens who are carrying out obligations. Many speculated that the event served as a way for their military superiors to reward Jungkook and Jimin's achievements and contributions in the entertainment world. Although now they are in the midst of state obligations, their gait on the international stage is not forgotten. In fact, some sources mention that commanders in the military camps where they served realized how important it was to provide space for talented individuals like them to still express themselves.